What's up, y'all? Back with another video review. So today we're gonna be reviewing The Conjuring. It's a horror film, and I'm gonna just go through it briefly and tell you my opinions on it and things that like stuck out to me throughout the movie. I was like, no brainers why stuff is happening with this family. So you had two families. So you had a family of three, a wife, husband, and daughter. You had a family of seven. It was like 5 daughters, a wife, and a husband. And they bought this big house. And I guess they wanted a big house because they needed extra rooms. And the part was really cheap for 5 daughters. So it was like an old-fashioned house. I guess it was just old, And so, like, over time, they started to experience, like, paranormal activity, like pictures falling and, like, creepy things going on in the house. And it was, like, one thing that stuck out to me in this movie when the mom went into one of her daughter room, the youngest daughter room, and the youngest daughter was talking to somebody. I guess she went in, it was like, who you talking to? She was like, oh, I'm talking to this guy, his name is blah, 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 And the mom like, oh, really? So the mom started like, oh, what's going on? She was like, yeah, you can see him through this little clown thing that make this circus noise. And so, like, the mom started really believing her and started looking through the circus toy to see if she could see him through the mirror. And the daughter came up and like, boo, and just scared her behind her. She was like, oh, I scared you, Ma. I was just playing and stuff like that. So the mom went off about, her day. I mean, it just kept going. And that stuck out to me when you see your kids talking to, like, themselves, basically talking to the air, talking to the wall, that is a spirit. That is a bad spirit that they talking to. And that spirit, what it does is, it sweetens them up. It make them think, like, kids are very vulnerable. Like, you could be outside and be like, hey, I know I got some candy, some teddy bears in my trunk, come here and look at it. And the kids come and they get kidnapped. Because when they kids, they vulnerable, they like hearing sweet stuff to their ear. They like seeing toys and stuff like that. So, like, the evil spirit, like, it's kind of like doing that to the little girl, and the evil spirit would turn around and possessing her and tricking her into doing evil. But another thing struck out to me too, the number 2 thing, is when the daughter starts seeing the demon in their rooms and stuff, in closet, and they screaming and stuff, and the dad ain't doing nothing about it. Like, oh, it's not nothing and stuff like that, it's this and that. Like, your daughter's screaming, saying, they say something like, not one but 2 of them, but 3 of them saying the same thing, freaking out. And then, like, they had this dog. The dog didn't want to go in the house when they first got the house. Like, on a lot of, like, paranormal activity shows or movies, you see dogs or animals really can, like, see the spirits or sense the spirits. Like, no, they ain't good. I ain't going in there. Or they bark all the time because they sense something that's not right up in the house. So they kept the dog outside on the chain. Like, the next morning, the dog died. Like, the spirit just, like, killed the dog. Probably got tired of it. Probably, like, it's almost like they live. I did a review on that on the last video. When, like, they hate when something know that they there. Like, they don't want you to know that they there. But when you do know that they there, they, like, get angry and madder. Because, like, the mom start walking around the house saying, who's that? Kind of provoking it, talking to it. Like, and then bad stuff will happen to her, stuff like that, because you talking to it instead of just getting out the house. And a lot of scary movies, it takes a family a long time to get out the house, to move out the house. And when a family of 3, I guess there was a teacher, they was, like, teaching other kids about this paranormal activity. When they came in, when a family of 7 the mom went to go find them and told he come to my house. I need to come to my house, some little creepy stuff coming. So they came to the house and they're like, well, we can move and stuff like that. I was like, ain't no point of moving. I'm like, they gonna follow you because they already attached to this family. They already, it's a game to these demons. They play these games. They like throw stuff down, move your sheets, drag you, and just disappear. And then a week later they come back. You know, so, you know, when they like went around the house, start seeing, like the wife started seeing like evil spirits and images of the last family, I guess, they killed themselves and stuff like that. So a number 3 thing that got to me when they was leaving, you know, the dude turned around and asked the husband of 7, he was like, are you baptized? He like, nah. Now you have church on. He said, nah. You know, he said he really don't believe in God. He really don't do that religious crap, I guess he was saying. And that right there shocked me too, the reason why this happened, because the reason why it happened to this family, because this family is vulnerable. They don't have no protection of Jesus Christ. They don't have no protection of God. They like vulnerable. So they vulnerable to have evil spirits come in your house. This goes for anybody. You're vulnerable to see things, hallucinate, and, you know, bad people coming to you in your life and start to lead you down the wrong path. Or you got people hating you, or people want to kill you or fight you or come up and, like, you know, rob you and stuff like that. Like, you vulnerable spirits coming to you because they see the light. They don't see no protection around you. They don't see no sign like, hey, you can't mess with him, go around to the next person. So you just like naked in the war with no gun, no vest, body armor of God, like you don't have nothing. So that's another part that shocked me too. And when they go talk to the priest kind of said the same thing. You know, he was like, they ain't baptized. They don't have a church home. It's nothing I can do. He basically saying it's going to take a lot more to do with them because they don't have no spiritual background at all. Like, you know, in my opinion, I personally think like the pastor didn't really want to do it. The priest, I guess, didn't really want to do it at all. And so like the movie go on where, you know, it started to get worse. So they start bringing in more people to set up cameras and stuff like that. You know, to the, you know, see about the house, and they start experiencing it too. And so like, okay, they finally moved out. So I guess the husband come home from work or something, and he sees the wife gone, and she took 2 of the kids. He like, you know, the daughter's like, yeah, she took the kids and left. You know, he calling around. She like, yeah, she took the kids back to the haunted house to kill them, cause the demon needed a vessel, and the mom was the vessel. Like he wanted to get inside to kill the kid, cause I guess that's what the last family went through, and the demon was successful. And so like, she's trying to kill the kids in the basement, so they stopped her. Tied her up, wanted to do the exorcism. The guy wasn't even confident in himself to do the exorcism. So he started speaking in tongues and stuff like that. You know, the holy water, he threw it on her and then it broke. I'm like, okay, you just dropped the holy water, you know? And so like, the demon was just going crazy, like they couldn't stop it. And so it was a number 4. One interesting thing too that got to me, well, I saw in there when he was taking God's name in vain, when he was like shaking his wife and she had the sheet over her. No, she had the sheet over her. He was telling the demon to get out of her. I'm like, dude, you taking God's name in vain. I'm like, that demon knows you taking God's name in vain. He knows you don't have protection. Like, it knows. Like, and then he just turned around and just kind of smiled at him like, she's already gone. You ain't getting her back. She's done for. Like, a demon is very smart and like swavy, I could say. Like, it pretends it's gone, but it's not gone. It stay hidden, and then it comes back, and then you see why the demon like would leave her and go to the husband, or now the husband are angry, or all the kids are angry, because it's like it leaves like, I'm just going to him, I'm just going to her. Like, the demon might be out of her, but you know, it went to somebody else. It confuses the family. Like, it's tricky. Like, if you ain't spiritual and read your word, you kind of don't know what's going on. You're like, oh, it's a scary movie, it's demonic, it's crazy, this family and stuff like that. And a lot of people just watch movies just to watch a movie because it's just a movie to them. A lot of people don't even believe in it. But at the end, it turns out it's a true story. And there's a lot of true stories and paranormal activity that happen to people that is really real. So, like, I guess, like, the demon got out of her, the family moved on and stuff like that. And that was my opinion on the movie. But it was a last thing that stood out to me. When they went in the house and he had a lock on his door, and he was like, why you got a lock on the door? He was like, oh, it shakes 3 times a day or a night or something like that. He's like, yeah, dudes, it comes in 3s. Like, yeah, it comes in 3s. And he's like, oh, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And all I thought, I'm like, this spirit is blaspheming. They do stuff in 3s. They do stuff in 6s. Like, that's why you see a lot of these rappers or pop artists putting up 6s and 3s on their hats, on their clothes, like that, because they do stuff in 3s. Like, it's like the mark of the beast. But that's another thing that stuck out to me. But anyway, y'all should go watch the movie. Leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think of the things that stuck out to you that I didn't see or I didn't mention. But that's the review. And I'll see you next time, guys.